What's up, guys? Keyblade with a tutorial here, and I'm here to present to you guys a new analysis on the brand new footage that was revealed to us from the TGS English trailer of Kingdom Hearts 2.8. An analysis video is coming out on that, but because this footage is so short, I thought I'd give it out to you guys first. There is a lot to cover, and I'm gonna give you guys my thoughts and opinions on what these things could be graphic wise and everything. So here we go, let's get right into it. So the first thing we see inside this trailer is something we've already seen before. It is the same conversation with Young Master Xehanort and Young Master Eraqus. There's nothing really new here except for some new dialogue, which I'll get into later on into the trailer. But there's nothing really new here. It's just cut short. It's just something to dive into the trailer so we don't just start off so suddenly with the gameplay. It connects really well, but it's something we've already seen. So we're gonna move a little farther into the trailer. So the next thing we see is Sora running up along the wall to the Rock Titan. That is something we have seen once again, although it is a little different. If you actually look at it, you can actually notice how he is more towards the left side than in the E3 2015 trailer. We see he's running straight up from the middle and he keeps swaying from left to right. What makes these a little different is, for one, his starting position in the trailer, not where he starts off, because, you know, it could be to where he can start off in the middle and go wherever he wants, but let's take into consideration of trailer wise, not gameplay wise. So he starts off on the left instead of rather on the middle. Big deal, right? Okay, well, the way I'm seeing it is, I've heard about there being more realistic terms, no more like cinematic styled cutscene fights. Like, you know, sometimes you'll be doing a fight or whatever and the rest is controlled by a cutscene. I've heard that it's gonna be more real-time events, and if that's the case, I can clearly see it here. In the E3 2015 trailer, it looked like all you had to do is just react with the jumps and everything. This one, it actually shows that you can vary around as you're going up the wall, and that the rocks can be in different places falling down. You can also notice how in this trailer he doesn't necessarily jump away from the rock, which means it's your real-time choice to decide if you want to dodge it with a jump or not. So that clearly demonstrates how quick time events are going to be more of a thing in Kingdom Hearts 3. It's one small minor detail, but it makes a huge impact on the game, and that's pretty much the only thing I can draw from this. There's nothing much else. It's pretty similar. It's just that one specific detail that they left in, and I, like myself and other YouTubers, can speculate upon. Another quick second segment of the trailer, but also has a lot to talk about, is when Sora is right on top of the Titan's face, the Rock Titan's face. As you can see, he's shooting lots of beams all around that center target, which would be necessarily the lock-on, because it looks like it's all going straight to one position of the enemy. And if you take that into consideration of the finalized gameplay, it would seem like Sora is locking on to the Titan, and wherever he is locking into, that is where all the beams are going to projectile. Otherwise, they'll go random, as we can see the D23 trailer, which is what I'm comparing this to. In the D23 trailer back in 2013, we were shown Sora with the same Keyblade transformation, with the same attack, yet they're slightly different. In the D23 trailer, we see Sora is shooting fire. In the new one, we see that he is shooting more projectile beams. That's not only the only difference, however, as we can clearly see that the way they attack are very different as well. Sora in the D23 is jumping around, moving, sliding, and the projectiles are all going in random places until the finisher, which is really similar to how this new trailer is doing it. This finisher is the exact same, it's just different projectiles, but then also the way of attack, because in the new trailer you can also see he's just standing there in mid-air while performing this attack rather than spinning around all over the place. So I wonder if that has to do with something like, you know, in Birth by Sleep we had the shot locks, and generally certain shot locks you would stand in one place while you'll deal lots of damage to your opponents, and you would have probably invincibility at somehow, because it seems like the Titan's not even fighting back and Sora is literally very close to his face. He's not doing anything. I don't know, it's been speculated that there could be a shot lock, considering how the EX meter has changed to the focus meter. It's highly speculated that he could be performing some type of shot lock. I'm not saying he's performing a shot lock, maybe a certain type of gameplay mechanic that is similar to a shot lock. It looks very similar. It has the same style of attack, and there's not really much else. I mean, like I said with the other part of the trailer, it's one small detail, but it makes a whole difference. It makes the game completely different. I don't know if they've sort of scrapped the other method of attack from this Keyblade transformation, or if it's just something completely different. And if it's something completely different, maybe we can alter these Keyblade transformations. I know that sounds already complicated enough, because there's so many things already with Kingdom Hearts 3. It seems like trying to go through the tutorial, it seemed like a freaking chores list just to get through the tutorial. But I mean, we never know. We never know. Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be a really big game with a lot of features, a lot of mechanics, and not only a lot of story and cutscenes, but a lot of hype that we have been building over the years. And it just looks so beautiful to be able to see this. So with that being said, we're going to look to the next part of the trailer. Next up is the Keyblade combo that Sora performs against what seems to be the bull Heartless that we've also seen in the E3 trailer. In the E3 trailer we saw them all summoned, and when they came about, they did this sort of team attack against Sora, Donald, and Goofy. And we countered them back with our own Trinity attack, which pretty much confirms that we're going to have Trinity attacks again. I mean, it's pretty much confirmed. Like a long time ago that we have Trinity attack. Anyways, it seems like the enemies, generally a large amount of enemies, it could be certain type of Heartless perform certain type of, not Trinities, but more of team attacks. So it seems like certain Heartless or certain groups of Heartless can perform certain team attacks while others perform other team attacks. And if that's the case, then it provides a lot of not only difficulty and high difficulty playthroughs during the game. Like, let's say we're playing it on critical, or a brand new difficulty that could be even harder than critical, or the dreaded level 1 playthrough. I say dreaded because holy damn, being able to play this on the first try of level 1, yeah, that's impossible. I'm not judging any of you level 1 masters out there, just saying. I mean, I will admit, level 1's pretty hard. I'm pretty good at it, especially Kingdom Hearts 2, but anyways, that's beside the point. What we can notice is that this time they are not performing that team attack as we've previously seen. So this means that it can be triggered. It is not something that will happen all the time, and it may be just slightly cinematic. However, it can either be with certain mobs. It can be with certain mobs, or it can be with certain types of enemies at certain times, or it can only be story mode effects, which would suck if you're playing the game afterwards. However, it would add more of a certain sense of gameplay. Like whenever you're playing it afterwards, maybe there can be something brand new for you to discover. Like maybe in Kingdom Hearts 2, for example, we had the Organization 13 mushrooms. So we didn't get the certain Heartless at certain parts of the world. Afterwards, we got the we got the mushrooms instead. So it adds something different. It takes away what was special about that area during the story mode, but it adds something new afterwards for you to discover. So that's a topic for something else. But anyways, we can see Sora performing that combo as we've stated a while back ago. You can see that he is more acrobatic even in his combos. Like, it seems like he's really wielding that Keyblade. He's not afraid to use it. And in Kingdom Hearts 2, we had a lot of whiff abilities. This one, it seems like he's going full force in strength against the enemy. And the way we can see that is the way he's moving with the Keyblade. He's not moving the Keyblade, he's moving with the Keyblade. And it looks like it deals a lot of damage in a high range too, because we can see multiple enemies staggered by it, not just the target one that he's going after. And it's very different from the combos that we've seen in D23 and possibly even the E3 trailer too. I haven't been able to see a combo very similar to this. This is like a new style of combos. It can either be by abilities, or it can be some other gameplay mechanic. Like, you can actually see it before in other Kingdom Hearts installments where the combos have varied. It's very interesting, and it's something completely different. Anyways, we'll move right on forward to the gameplay trailer. We're almost done. We're like about halfway there.